Have you ever stopped to think how many stories an old object can carry? While many people throw away things that look old, rusted, worthless, some objects hold decades of memories just waiting for a second chance. And today, you're about to witness the complete restoration of an antique razor blade sharpener, a machine forgotten by time, but one that still carries the elegance and engineering of an era when things were built to last. Just look at the condition of this piece, covered in rust, frozen by time, with deep marks of wear. At first glance, it's almost impossible to imagine this ever working again. But that's exactly where the magic of restoration begins. Every screw removed reveals years of accumulated dirt. Every part taken apart shows the craftsmanship of the person who built this many years ago. And maybe that's what makes videos like this so satisfying. It's not just about cleaning metal. It's about bringing something back to life. Little by little, the thick layer of rust starts to disappear. And beneath all that damage, there's still beauty. It's incredible how old objects were made with such precision. Even after decades, the main structure remains solid. Nowadays, many things are designed not to last. But back then, products were created to survive generations. Now look closely at the internal mechanisms, the gears, the fittings. Every detail was designed in an incredibly intelligent way. And as the cleaning progresses, the piece slowly begins to recover its identity. The metal reflects light once again. The surfaces regain their shine. And what once looked like junk starts to look like a priceless relic. There's something almost therapeutic about this process. The sound of the tools, the care behind every movement, the patience required to restore something without destroying its essence. Because restoration is not about erasing the past, it's about respecting history while giving dignity back to the object. Now begins one of the most important parts, the detailed sanding process. Here, any mistake can compromise the final finish. That's why every movement must be precise, calm, controlled. And now the results truly begin to appear. The deep scratches disappear. The metal gains uniformity. And the piece slowly starts to look new again, but without losing its old soul. And maybe that's exactly what fascinates so many people about restoration. Watching something abandoned come back to life before your eyes. There's a feeling of hope in that, as if even things forgotten by the world still deserve another chance. Now comes the fine cleaning stage. Every corner, every detail, every small part needs to be perfect. Because in restorations like this, details make all the difference. And look at this transformation. It's hard to believe we're looking at the same sharpener from the beginning of the video. The shine is back. The mechanisms start moving again. And all that appearance of abandonment is left behind. But there's still one of the most satisfying parts of all. The reassembly. This is the moment where everything starts making sense. Piece by piece, the sharpener comes back to life. The gears fit together once again. The screws return to their places, and the machine regains its original form. It's almost like watching time reverse itself. And just imagine, this object probably passed through many hands. Maybe it sat beside the sink of an old barber shop. Maybe it was part of someone's routine for decades. Old objects carry silence, but they also carry stories. And when someone chooses to restore a piece like this, they're not just recovering metal, they're preserving memory. Now comes the final test. The most anticipated moment. After all this work, will it still function? And then, the crank begins to turn, smoothly, without resistance, as if the years had never passed. The mechanism comes back to life. Perfect, precise, hypnotic. And it's impossible not to feel satisfaction watching this, because there's something deeply powerful about recovering what once seemed lost. Maybe that's why restoration videos hold our attention so strongly. They remind us that almost anything can be restored when there is patience, care, and dedication. Even the things the world has already given up on. And in the end, this antique razor blade sharpener becomes more than just a tool. It becomes proof that time may wear things down, but it can never completely erase the value of something that was well built. From scrap to relic, from rust to shine, from abandonment to history once again. And maybe there's a lesson in that for our own lives too, because sometimes people also feel forgotten, broken, worn down by time. But just like this piece, they can shine again. All it takes is care, patience, and someone willing to see value where almost everyone else only sees rust. If you enjoy this kind of restoration, follow the page for more incredible transformations, because there are still many relics waiting to come back to life.